Hello! Today I want to share with you my experience about sourcing manufactured parts and even standard parts in China. Back in the days when I was founder of EveryCook, we were a startup trying to build a kitchen device, and I was desperately looking for some manufacturers that could manufacture parts for me or even provide some standard parts that would fit for an affordable price, because we were a startup. It was all funded out of my pocket, so I was very frugal, very cheap. I just wanted to get that prototype done. And that was my first experience with Alibaba. I haven't switched over back to Europe for my private needs since then. In my business life, I order a lot from Swiss manufacturers, from European suppliers, and because it has been like this for a long time, and you just have that relationship of trust, and you know they will deliver, they will have a proper invoicing, they will first deliver and then ask for money. So it's very common inside Europe. You buy from inside Europe, and you buy also from distributors in Europe that mainly just import stuff from China. What I love about Alibaba, it's the sheer size. I mean, you get everything. You just need to search a little bit, you will find everything. And this project I have now way later than EveryCook. EveryCook is a story for itself. You can find other stuff on YouTube about EveryCook, and the EveryCook channel is also still online. But this is a thread mill someone asked me to develop. Unfortunately, that person didn't really do a proper competitors analysis. So we agreed on that design and we thought it's going to be awesome. And now we are not very sure if we ever going to sell it. But it was great experience to build it, to engineer it, and also to source it from China. And this is a shout out I want to make to Shenzhen Xinjiao Automation Co. Limited. I don't even know if I pronounce it right. And to Venti, I'm not sure if your name is Venti or how it is pronounced, to the great customer support sales agent I was in contact with, because she seems to be a nice lady and she really took care of my needs in a way, I'm really sorry to say that, but in a way that I miss in Europe. When I'm just a single person, if I'm a small startup, if I'm basically nobody, and I ask for quotations in Switzerland, mainly because that's usually where I do it, but I even through Europe, many manufacturers won't even send you a quote. They won't take you seriously because they don't know you, right? In China, you are taken seriously. Nobody asks how big is your company, nobody asks how much was your revenue last year. They just ask you, what do you want? You tell them what you want, you get what you want. In 99% of the cases, that's my experience, and it was several hundred orders I've placed in China already. Maybe first technical details. The company I told you, I will link it down below, and on LinkedIn I will also put the link of Venti, the sales agent, so you can contact her directly for quotations if you want, because I think they do a good job, and if they do a good job, they also deserve to get work, right? So as you see here, this is all CNC milled, right? Up here I have a press fit for a bearing. Same on this side. I really had specified tolerances and they were met. I had a nice press fit, so the bearing is tight inside the aluminium. It was not too tight, so I could press it in. It didn't break because it is rather thin-walled aluminium. I mean, it's 3 mm of 60-61 T6 aluminium, so it's a hard aluminium. I cannot just stretch it, it's gonna break. So if it was too tight, it would have broken. If it was too loose, the bearing would have fallen out. So the tolerances are exactly as I took them from the mechanical engineering handbook. The surface quality is perfect. There's just no roughness. It's just butter smooth. And I mean, you see, this is thin aluminium stuff, right? I mean, I have 3 millimeters here. So it is not so easy to machine this without getting vibrations, and the vibration would get a rough surface. So they know what they're doing. They know their machines. It's not just like they load in the software and let it run and just send you back whatever comes out of the machine. No. They know their tools. I mean, they have been using these machines for decades also now. They didn't start yesterday. This company I have ordered here is 10 years old, but CNC machining is way older, and they have access to all our tools. That's the second reason why we should be scared. The technology is not a barrier, the skills is not a barrier, the distance is not a barrier. The drawings I sent them were a catastrophe. I mean, if I go to a Swiss school where you learn how to make technical drawings, they will have chased me out of the house. My drawings, it was just overall dimensions, tolerances where I needed tolerances, the taps. I have many tapped holes, so I was like, yeah, this is an M4, this is an M5, that's it. That was my drawing. And the rest was a step file, 3D file, right? Nobody complained about the quality of my drawings. I got a quotation within 24 hours. That's also something. Dear manufacturers in Switzerland, find a way to be faster, automate it. I mean, there's enough software around that help you yank out quotations faster. CAM software that gives you an estimate on how long this part will take on a machine, or just use your experience. But if you take more than 5 minutes to 15 minutes to write a quotation for one part, you're doomed. Your administration costs are already way too high to compete on an international level. And yeah, maybe you have been in business for 30 years. That's the dangerous part for many small companies I've met here in Switzerland. They are in business for decades and they believe they can keep going on like this. They can't. The world is moving very quickly. And it has become, for me, it has become easier to order stuff on Alibaba than to get one here in Switzerland. If I start with no network, I mean, if I was in purchasing for 10 years, I know people at my day job who have this experience, who have their suppliers, who can talk to them, and it works, but that's just because the supplier also know we are a big customer. Additionally to that, I mean, this belt here, I had it ordered on Alibaba, but I wanted to minimize my shipping cost, so I sent this belt over to the guy doing the CNC parts, because he was the biggest one. I just kindly asked him, can you do a consolidation for me? So you will get a parcel from there. And then they even told me, yeah, we can pay him directly. We just add it to your note. So in the end, I mean, the manufacturer is for CNC part. I have here laser cut parts. I have a belt. I have inside these ends here, on this end, here inside is a carbon fiber tube I ordered as a meter piece, and they cut it for me. And so just listening to what I need, delivering what I needed for, I mean, we're not even talking about money, because of course it was way cheaper than if I had ordered it here in Switzerland. But just that much of a better service and a really good quality. So if you like, go to Venti and for a quotation. I think they do a good job. And if you are in manufacturing here in Switzerland, find a way to be faster, to be more customer friendly. That wow experience as a customer, I had it way less in Europe than in China. In Europe, with people I meet face to face, I can talk Schweizerdeutsch to them as a Swiss guy, but still I don't get the level of service I get from someone I have never spoken in their native language. I don't speak in my native language. I've never seen them, I've never met them, I've never spoken a word with them. I just sent a few emails back and forth, but still the level of service is, in my opinion, better. Something I need to say, I mean, nothing is perfect. There are some inconvenience if you order in China. First is, usually they want the money up front. So it's kind of a leap of faith to send money to someone you've never met before. But in most of the cases, I was very happy with the results. But that's kind of common practice. I think after several orders, you certainly can negotiate something. If you use Alibaba as a payment platform, you can also define a 50-50 payment or something. But certainly they will ask for some down payment in comparison to maybe Swiss suppliers who will not even ask for a down payment. So that's more common practice in China. Usually it's 100% in advance, including the shipping, before they start to work for you. But yeah, that's, for me, it's not a big thing because it's not huge volumes. And I think if you go into huge volume, you will definitely find a way to negotiate around that. And second is, of course, it takes time. But it's not even way longer. I mean, I had manufacturers producing in 1 or 2 weeks, and then it was 1 week of shipping. So I got my stuff within 3 to 4 weeks, which in many suppliers I have here in Switzerland is the normal lead time. Thanks a lot for listening, and see you later.